Hello, welcome to episode 24 of the Yoshi and Lucy Knits podcast. My name is Denise, and you can find me on Ravelry as Canary Song. On Instagram, I am Yoshi and Lucy Knits, and you can find my Etsy shop at Yoshi and Lucy, where I sell hand-dyed yarn. So it's been again 2 weeks since my last podcast, and I've also started Vlogmas. If you didn't see, I posted the episode for December 2nd, and I think the first episode was pretty well. I did pretty well. I wasn't planning on doing this year, but then I saw a lot of other people doing it, so I thought I would give it a shot. And I think if one day I don't have anything exciting or whatever, I'm just gonna combine it and combine the days into one video instead of forcing myself to release something that is not really good. So yeah, I hope you enjoy that and you catch up, with any future episodes I do. So yeah, on to my finished objects, which I have 2 of this week. I finished my Christmas socks. So this is my own hand-dyed yarn in the old Christmas tree colorway. And this is my first ever pair of Christmas socks I've ever knit. And it's just my standard sock. I did 2x2 for 15 rounds, and then the leg for 6. And then I did a German short row heel, which is a heel by Nina Phillip. And then the foot I knit to 8 inches before I did the toe. So I cast this on almost a month ago now, and I've been neglecting all my other projects because, as I'll show you later, I've been working on my Cozy Memories blanket, and so I wanted to finish this, so I finished the second sock last night. So yeah, I like how this yarn turned out. I think if in the future I do this colorway, I'm going to try to do more speckling. So this is, I'm just still experimenting with dyeing in my dyeing process. So, but I like how it turned out. And so I knit this for the knit along that's being hosted by Sarah of the Love Sock Wool podcast, which is the 12 socks of Christmas. And I want to cast on another pair, but I'm trying to hold off and finish at least one more project that I have on the needles before I cast on another pair of Christmas socks. But I've been really wanting to knit with this yarn since I bought it last year, and it's just I've been waiting for the right time, so I don't want to wait another year. And so I forgot how many pairs I've knit. I think this is 16 or 15. I'll put it down below. That I've knit for myself for the Box of Socks cow. So yeah, it was an enjoyable knit, and it's a really soft yarn. It's in my Isabel base, which is a superwash merino nylon base, and I already knit another pair of socks with this, and it's a really smooth yarn, and I've knit with different needles, and I've had the same experience, so I really enjoy this base. So yeah, here's another pair of socks. And another FO, which you guys haven't seen because I cast on after the last episode. So I cast on a Barley Hat by Tin Can Knits. It's a free pattern. And the yarn I used was Patton's Classic Worsted in the bright red colorway. So it's really simple hat. You just knit 1x1 rib, and then you knit a garter stitch panel over here, and then it's a stockinette on the back. Then you just do a decrease. And I knit, this size is the smallest size, which is toddler, I believe. No, it's baby size. So it goes from baby, toddler, child, and adult. And then I think they also have an extra large, maybe. So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward pattern. It's part of their simple collection, I think, where they give you more details of how to knit it. So there's like a lot of pictures and descriptions for people who never, knit a hat before. So if you've never knit a hat before, you should look into it. And they also have everything like socks and a sweater as well. So yeah, didn't really knit this with anybody in mind. I just had some of this yarn left over in my stash because I knit a pair of mittens for my goddaughter earlier this year, and I had maybe like 70 grams left over from like a 100-gram ball, so I wanted to use it for something. So at least now I have like a spare gift if I need to gift a hat to anyone. And I knit this, I cast this on my birthday, which was on the 27th, and then I finished it the next day. So yeah, it was pretty fast knit. So onto my whips. I picked up my Steeler socks, which I'm knitting for as a gift. I've been neglecting this. I need to get this done because it's a gift for somebody and I don't want to have it hanging around, So yeah, I finished if you guys haven't seen it, or if you didn't see the other episode, I finished the first sock. And this is my own yarn that I did a custom dye for my friend who wanted Steeler colors, but she wanted socks for her husband. She doesn't knit at all, so she asked me if I can do it for her, so I said I would. So this is the first sock, which I finished sometime last month. And then the second sock, I just did the heel flap. I just finished it today. I'm doing a slip stitch rib heel, and I'm knitting this on DPNs, which is very rare for me. But since I had those Christmas socks and needles, and I have some other sock whips, I didn't have any spare circular needles. So I had these double pointed high sharps. So I cast on the second sock with them. And yeah, it's interesting to knit with double points. I don't think that's my favorite way to knit socks. But I'm gonna continue with this sock on them, and I don't know if I'm probably not gonna cast on another pair of socks with these needles unless I have to, I'm just much more used to a magic loop, and that's just my preferred way to knit socks. So I think this week I want to focus on finishing those, this pair and getting it in the mail, because I don't want it as a whip anymore. I want to get it done with. So my second whip for this episode, and what I've been mostly knitting on for this past month, is my Cozy Memories blanket. So I said that my goal for November was to knit 20 squares, and I just picked that random number, and I surpassed that goal and I knit 25. And the reason I was just knitting on this project mostly last month is because November was not a good month for me. I wasn't really having it with a lot of stuff going on, and I wanted to focus on something mindless and something that has color changes. So this is definitely my comfort knit for November. So now it's getting, it's like double folded. It's getting really hard to show the whole blanket now. And I'm working on the length of it first. So my goal is to knit it enough so that it covers my feet, and then it covers me up to here at least. And then I'm gonna focus on doing the width. I'm not sure how many squares across I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna, once I get to that point, I'm gonna do maybe like 4 squares and see how it is. So right now I'm doing it 5 squares across. So yeah, where was the last point I showed you guys? I don't remember. So yeah, it's getting hard to show. So I finished. So right here, this where I'm pointing is all the yarn that I dyed with when I was playing around with dyeing yarn like months ago. So I used all those already. And this row is all from my mini skein collection, which I have in the shop. It's a 20-gram set, 20 grams each, and I added all of those into this row. So then I started adding a lot of my scraps from other projects. So here is the Red Woman, which I used to knit a shawl, which I can't remember the name. Oh, it's the Raina shawl. And this is Knit Picks in the spooky colorway. This is my Halloween socks. This is also Knit Picks Felici in the Beyond the Wall colorway, which is the socks I've knit this year. And this is another Felici in the Countess colorway. And then this is the Cheshire Cat, which I have a skein of that I haven't used it, but I put a square in. And so here, the next row. And I have like a million ends to weave in. I didn't even bother to weave in the ends. I didn't feel like it. These 2 skeins are from Andrea of Super Crafty Girl, who gifted me some yarn a few months ago. And this is Cat's Kettle. I forgot the colorway. I knit a pair of socks with that. And this is my own colorway, a kid from Brooklyn. And this is Destination Yarn. I can't remember the colorway right now. These 2 are also from Super Crafty Girl. And this is Knit Picks, which I used to knit my Beyond the Wall socks. And this is a Hedgehog Fibers in the Birthday Cake colorway. And then I added my old Christmas tree to the blanket. So now I have 75 squares, and it doesn't even fit on the screen anymore. But yeah, and now I see everybody is doing an advert mini skeins. I didn't get a chance to swap with anybody. I know that Melissa Spicy Homemaker organized that, and I completely missed out on it. And people are knitting on their, a square a day to their blanket, and yeah, if I would have known that, I probably would have waited. But I also have to knit, some gifts, so it's probably a good thing that I don't have to open up a little square, a little mini skein every day, because they would probably distract me from other stuff. So yeah, I really enjoy this project, and looking forward to getting back to it at some point. So now to my acquisitions. I picked up a mini skein set from Super Crafty Girl. So this is in her Christmas Carol set, and it's 80/20, so it's 80 superwash merino, 20% nylon, and these are all colorways named after Christmas songs. So it's this. The blue one here is Baby's Cold Outside. This one is Christmas Wrapping, Santa Baby, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Old Tannenbaum. And it's all messed up because I opened the packaging already. So I think this one is my favorite, and this is Christmas Wrapping. And she also has some of these as full skeins in her shop. So I think instead of, since I don't have the advert mini skeins to add to my blanket, I'm gonna add these, and then I showed you last episode, mini skein sets from Once Upon a Corgi Christmas set. Sorry. And then I went to a trunk show, which was done by Kristen of Woolivon Yarns and the Yarngasm podcast. She had a trunk show out in New Jersey at Do You Knit about 2 weeks ago. So I went, and it wasn't as crazy as the last time. If you remember, I went the last time and I got there and her yarn was sold out. But this time she dyed more, so when I actually got there on time. So I had a chance to buy some of her yarn. So I was like undecided. I kept holding all these skeins and staring at them. And then I sent like a photo to Ryan. He helped me pick out some yarn. So so I picked up, this is Mooncusser in the footsie base, and this is her Halloween colorway. And this one actually had a little bit more purple than some of the other ones, so that's why I grabbed it, because I'm a big fan of purple. And this is on her Bliss base is fairy hair, and I want to knit a shawl out of this. I don't know what. I wanted to pick up 2 of these, but I grabbed the last one. I saw this lady, like, I think she bought all the all the fairy hair that was there. So I only had a chance to get one. And then the final skein I got is her Yarn Pimp colorway on the Blitz base, which she debuted at that trunk show. And I think I have like now 3 skeins in her Blitz base, just because I like how it looks. I've never knit with Stelina before, so we'll see if I like that. I don't know what this is gonna be, but I really like how it looks, so I picked it up. So yeah, I now have, like, I think I checked, I have 5 skeins of Woolivon yarns, and I haven't used any of it, and I want to, but I just have so many other things to work on. So hopefully I can use some of her yarn soon, because I don't want it just to be sitting in my stash forever. So yeah, I only put one new colorway in the store this week, and it's Vibrant. So I have 2 skeins. This is on my Dahlia base, which is the worsted weight, and it's, I think, 280 yards, and it's 100% superwash merino. So enough of this is to make a hat, an adult size hat. And the reason I dyed this was for the Pussy Hat project, which is they're trying to knit hats for the Million Woman March in January, and it's like pink hats, like cat hats. So I was inspired to dye my own pink yarn and add it to the shop. And I'm offering this at 40% off retail. Just for like anybody who wanted to knit multiple hats, you know, I know it's be expensive to um, buy up that much yarn um, at full price. So I'm offering this at 40% off, and also if you just wanted to try out my yarn, you haven't already, and it's just this colorway that I'm offering. So I have a few of these as ready to ship, and then the rest are dyed to order, but I will probably dye it in a week. I have a time frame of 1 to 2 weeks, and I've been good with sticking with that with other pre-orders that I've had. So yeah, I actually need to order some more yarn because I'm running out of at least sock yarn because that's the most popular yarn for me. So yeah, I'm gonna get on that soon. Okay, so that's it for this episode. So try to catch my Vlogmas coming out the rest of this month. I don't know if I'm gonna do a regular podcast. Maybe I will in 2 weeks, like I've been doing. We'll see. If I feel like that I just showed everything that I've been knitting on in those, you know, vlogs, then I'm not gonna do a podcast. I don't want to just be repeating myself. So we'll see how it goes. So I'll catch you guys later. Bye.